Saoirse Ronan fans get excited because she is back, but this time in a wartime drama called Blitz.
This is for all the parents whose children have been evacuated, and for my boy, George.
The new film will take you on an adventure of a young boy during World War II who finds himself amidst the Blitz, while his distraught mother, played by Saoirse Ronan, searches for him. And Saoirse joins us now. Hello there.
Hey Morgan, how you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, your director, Steve McQueen, seems like he puts his heart and soul into everything he does. What did you love about his vision for this World War II drama?
I think what I really appreciated and was really excited by is that he was going to give us a new, sort of a fresh take on a story that we are so familiar with or feel like we are. He's telling it from a completely different perspective, not only the perspective of a child, but of a biracial child. He's including the sort of the diversity and the diverse culture that existed in the UK as far back as the war, but is never really talked about, is never really honoured in cinema in this way. So the story and the kind of the wealth of characters that we have in this is so incredibly rich and interesting. And I think because we're looking at war through the eyes of a child, it's allowing us to kind of see it in all of its horror as well. I think it's easy for us to become kind of desensitized to it when we watch it in movies and TV sometimes, but to look at it through fresh eyes kind of reminds you of this sort of the nonsensical nature of it all, you know?
I love that we see your character, Rita. She sings, and you've admitted that you were nervous when you had to sing in front of people, especially on set. So what were the conversations like with your director, Steve, before you took on those performances?
You know, I guess it's always going to help when you actually have a narrative that you can hold on to, when you have some sort of an emotional journey that you've got to portray and you've got to really become in touch with. That helps because it gives you something to focus on. It gives you a reason to work through your fear, I suppose. And I was really lucky with my vocal coach, Fiona McDougall, and Nicholas Patel, who composed all of the music that we sung in the film, that they just made me feel very comfortable from the very beginning, and anything that felt like it didn't come from me or it was too much of a stretch, they would change it. They were fantastic. But I think what Steve wanted was not a perfect performance at any point, but he just wanted it to feel emotionally true, which kind of took the pressure off a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I can imagine. You know, it's funny, when I think of movies that depict war, I instantly think of your past film, Atonement. It's truly one of my favorite movies of all time. When you think about how old you were in that movie to where you are now in this film, what goes through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I hadn't necessarily made those comparisons apart from certain scenes that seem to repeat in Blitz. It's only when people like yourself have brought it up to me, and I think, oh gosh, it's to have gone from playing a child who's in the English countryside, who's from you know the sort of higher classes, who's very far removed from the actual act of war, to then 20 or so years later move into the role of mother, someone who's on the ground, who's in the city, who is surrounded by the destruction and the chaos of war everywhere. I guess it's just kind of marking the kind of, I suppose the variation of roles that I've had the chance to play. I've been very, very lucky that I've gotten the opportunity to try so many different things, and the two roles couldn't be more opposite from one another, and to have experienced that already in my life is incredible.
Oh, it's definitely incredible. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on the film. You can catch Blitz in select theaters now and on Apple TV Plus starting November 22nd.